from a secret location. You're listening to the Hip Live X, starring the Tragically Hip, brought to you by 89X, the only new rock alternative, and Sprint PCS, our phones rock. Now, with more from the new CD in Violet Light, here's the Hip, live with the Morning X.
Live X with the Tragically Hip right here and only on 89X. You're with Kelly Dave and Chuck the Freak. The Tragically Hip have a new album. It's called In Violet Light.
Yep, it was out in stores on Tuesday. These people know that. They picked it up already. And right now, we're going to get right to the music. First two songs they're going to play for us off the new album. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tragically Hip.
Use it up. Use it all up. Don't save a thing for later. Yeah, this music got that land in wait to pounce and drain every ounce until hatred's eliminated. Use it up. Use it all up. Don't save a thing for later. Use it up. Use it all up. Don't save a thing for later. Yeah. This music that they're staying awake
save a thing for later. Thank you very much. Color of the night and all the smoke for one life gives way to shaky movements, improvisational skill in a forest of whispering speakers. Let's swear that we will get with the times in a current health to stay. Let's get friendship right, get life day to day. In the forget your skate stream full of countervailing walls, the verses ever scenes proceeding on a need to know. Face so full of me to almost make it glow. For a good life, we just might have to weaken, find somewhere to go. Go somewhere to be. Find somewhere to grow. Go somewhere to color of the night and all the smoke for one life gives way to shaky movements, an improvisational skill in a forest of whispering speakers. Let's swear that we will get with the time, current health to stay, and let's get friendship right and get life day to day. In the forget your skate stream full of countervailing walls, the verses ever scenes proceeding on a need to know. Face so full of me as to almost make it. For a good life, we just might have to weaken and find somewhere to go. Let's go somewhere to be. Find somewhere to grow. Let's go somewhere to be. Find somewhere to go. Let's go somewhere to be. Find somewhere to grow. Let's go. Forget your skate stream. You can hang your head and woe, or as the verses ever seem to know which way to go.
The Tragically Hip Live X right here on 89X. And that was their new single, from the album In Violet Light, and that was called It's a Good Life If You Don't Weaken. And also, before that, we heard Use It Up. Now, you guys all know here that this is an incredible band we have in front of us. There is so many incredible things about this band. Not only have they been together for 15 plus years, the original members, 10 albums, Gort, Book of Poetry, solo album. What I'd like to know is, how do you stay so creative, and where do you draw from creatively? That is to you, Gort. Gort Downey. I'm sorry. There's two Gorts.
Yeah, sorry, Kelly. Personally, I don't know. I think I try and get it right at home, pretty much.
Family.
Well, my that's where all the stuff is. Worth writing about, and I think that's how you do it. That's how I do it. Yeah.
Now, I'll throw this out to anyone. I was just wondering about why you chose the Compass Point studio in the Bahamas to record this new album In Violet Light. Relaxation or sound? A bit of both?
It was a sonic thing that made us go down there, and the relaxation was a nice little side bonus. We went down there because it's run by a guy named Terry Manning. He's a great engineer. I'm sure if you look at your CD collections at home, you've got tons of stuff that he engineered. You don't even know it. And yeah, he's been running this place for 10 years. It was a studio built by Chris Blackwell and Bob Marley down in the Bahamas. And great environment, great place to make a record. Very friendly people, and you feel at home and make good music when you're in that environment.
So that atmosphere then has to definitely shape the sound of a record. If you're swimming and surfing and recording songs in between, that's got to affect the sound of the record.
I think it affects the way you play it. We did a lot of work before we went down there, and the songs are pretty tight. And it was just a matter of being in a space like tonight where you feel comfortable playing the tunes and making sure that the tape machine's rolling, and working with great people to get the sound down like that. But, it was totally relaxing when we weren't playing, and that definitely creeps into the tunes.
Well, as much as Kelly and I would love to hog this whole night and just ask questions that we have in mind.
I have.
And we do. We have a list here, but we're going to throw it out to the studio audience when we come back and see what they want to know about the Tragically Hip. Plus, you'll hear more from their new album, In Violet Light.
All right, we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Live X with the Tragically Hip right here on 89X. Live X with the Tragically Hip right here on 89X. Live X with the Tragically Hip right here on 89X. The Hip have a new album in stores now called In Violet Light. Another reason why this is so incredible for a lot of people listening on the air and us right here at this secret location is they're not back in town again until August 31st. So have a great time, everybody here, and hopefully everybody out there as I drop the album. You will enjoy yourself, and you'll listen the next hour for all this awesome music. They're playing the whole album.
11 songs you're going to hear tonight, and we're going to take some questions from the studio audience. But first of all, let's get right back to the reason why you're here. More music from the Tragically Hip.
Have to wait
Live acts with the Tragically Hip right here on 89X. We are so happy to be here. We're so happy that they decided to do this with us. We are at a secret location somewhere we can't tell you because the whole world would show up, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
They are playing their whole new album tonight, which is in stores now in Violet Light. We just heard Silverjet and Are You Ready, which is the first track from the album.
Yes, and we're here. We're going to ask some questions from the small, intimate, but extremely excited studio audience that is gathered here at this mystery location. And Jackie's up first. Jackie, where are you from?
Royal Oak.
All right, Jackie, what's your question for the Tragically Hip?
Well, at first I must say I wish I could be suave and ask if I could take you all out for a drink, but there's not a bar in here. So, my question, back to the question. In reference to the song Escape is at Hand for the Traveling Man, what's the band that you're talking of?
I think the name of the band is Escape It As a Hand for the Traveling Man.
Dope! All right, second question.
That's not very suave.
Do you, okay, shoot! Man, oh no! Gordy, I'm ready. Okay, how about, would you consider giving dance lessons? I love it!
I'll try and be suave and say yes.
Good
For
answer.
a select few.
All right, so that's a knock from Jackie. Thanks, Jackie. No, those were great questions. We thank you very much. We're going to check in again with the studio audience in just a second here in this mystery location. But right now, we're going to get back into the music. Another song off the new album. Here is the Tragically Hip Live X on 89X.
Why is the world so creepy, she asked. After a car full of haircuts drove past, a backseat full of the boys. I told her that it isn't, that it's exquisite, but like love it has its barbarous threats. Yeah. In spite of the cats, stoop-shouldered teens, I know I'm losing you. I know what that means, yeah. I tell her that it isn't, that it's real exquisite. It's like love, it can have its stub-toe effects. Just like after she heard the word iridescent, and everything was iridescent for a while. It wasn't long before she exalted out of nowhere. Isn't this exquisite? Isn't that exquisite? Once she said in unison, oh, double surprise, and shared relief with a mutual view, and a look in each other's eyes. Tell her that it isn't, insisted that it isn't, but like love it can have its cunning effects. Cunning. I tell her that it isn't, insisted that it isn't, 'cause like love it can have its barbarous threats. Why is the world so creepy, she asked. After a car full of haircuts drove past, a backseat full of the boys. breaking glass, throwing off glass.
You're listening to 89X, the only new rock alternative. Kelly, Dave, and Chuck the Freak. We are live from a secret location, Live X with the Tragically Hip, and this is incredible. Once again, thank you so much to the band for doing this for us. We are huge Hip fans, aren't we, guys? All right, let's throw things over to Chuck the Freak, who's going to take some questions from the audience. What's up, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm just wandering around and looking at all you Hip fans, and I got to say, I am just as excited as all of you guys to actually sit in here and be able to see this band play in front of me. I don't know, I'm almost overwhelmed by
He's going to cry. I think he's going to cry. He tends to cry at these things. It's not good.
But right now we've got Owen. Owen, where are you from?
Ferndale.
Ferndale, and you got a question for the Tragically Hip?
Absolutely. First, I'd like to say long-time fan, and my question is in regard to Don't Wake Daddy. Right at the beginning of the song, you make reference to Kurt Cobain reincarnated, and I'm wondering what the correlation is between him and the Sled Dogs.
I just thought,
Whoa.
well, I mean, you can't really determine your afterlife, right, if there is one, so maybe you think the afterlife has got to be better, and you might find yourself, you know, as a sled dog in a far worse place. Or maybe it's better, I don't know, you just lick your chops and go to sleep after a hearty meal.
Thank you. Thanks, Owen.
All right, once again, oh, you know what? I didn't tell you what that last song was. That was off the new album, and it was called Throwing Off Glass. We are going to hear the whole, we're in the middle of hearing the whole album. The new album from the Tragically Hip, once again, is called In Violet Light. Right now, more music. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Tragically Hip.
September of Alamo, the sultry sea grew more so through the night and made one think of tawny ports or an aspen trembling in tomorrow's thorough light. Tallulah Bankhead, somewhere far off, peaceful sleeping and done with acting. As the dire wolves there on the Newfoundland's paws, close to nowhere and halfway across, but never more here. The band's getting broader, though bigger boats spin, done by less water.
Tragically Hip Live X on 89X. Thanks for listening out there, and thanks for coming, you guys, in here. Kelly, Dave, and Chuck the Freak. Now, I have so many questions to ask you. Last time I did this, I hogged the mic, so I'll try not to do that. But this question is for Gord Sinclair and Rob and Johnny and Paul. And it's kind of a simple question. What do you guys do? What's a day in the life of the Tragically Hip like? What do you guys do when you're not doing this? Don't all rush to the microphone at the same time.
Pornography and corn chips.
These are things we need to know.
What do you say? I don't know. When I'm off the road, I'm away from home so much, like all of these guys, my backup band. We're away from home so much that when you're home, you're really home, and you try and be the best parent you can be and be the best partner you can be. And then you go and be the absentee dad for 6 or 8 months, and try and phone home and keep contact and
make up for
be
lost
the best
time.
partner you can be from 1,000 miles away. So,
Johnny, you're not getting out of this. Oh, he doesn't have a microphone.
I'll take
All
this
right,
one back
what about you,
here.
Paul? Or Johnny? He can get the mic back there, Dave. I'm making it difficult.
I ate some Frogurt before the show, and my throat's not really working that well. So. I don't know. Just hang out. It's funny, Robbie talking about when he and his partner Gary and. Are at home. No. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with this microphone here. I should give it back to you.
All right, I wanted to ask you guys, before we go back out into the studio audience, you are involved in all sorts of causes, including the recent War Child Conference in Winnipeg. Is that a huge part of your success, is being able, Gord, to get involved in stuff like this and get people behind the causes that you believe in? Is that, do you think, an incredible part?
Well, it's really easy for us to do what we love to do and try and raise money, and at the same time, we don't do nearly enough, It's that's the way we look at it.
It must be hard to say no. How do you say no to people that have incredible things that they want you to get behind?
I don't know. No, I guess it isn't easy. You don't. You try and I think in our case we try and as a group we sort of do everything, and we try and find something that we can all kind of get behind, and and yeah, we do what we can. Really, it's not like they're asking us to bale hay or anything.
Cool. We're going to go back to the studio audience. What's your name?
Dave.
Dave, where are you from?
I live in Clawson.
All right, Dave, what's your question for the Tragically Hip?
My question is, I know you're really busy, and we just had a big game here last night, and I was lucky to go tonight and last night. You guys get to see a lot of games on the road, and if you do, have you ever seen Hold It Up?
I've ever seen
Stanley Cup?
No.
Championship?
You get to see a lot of games?
We do get to see a lot of games, yep. We've seen a couple of Wings games a couple of years ago.
Did they not just win the Stanley Cup? Yeah! No one's applauding.
And,
one more.
Yeah, we go to a lot of games, actually. I mean, whenever we can, if we're on the road and a game is happening, we will make phone calls to access tickets or go down and offer people money to buy tickets. But it doesn't happen too often because, stars don't line up that way that often. But it has happened, yes.
Conrad's here, and he has a question for you guys, too, before we let you get back to the music.
Yeah, you guys on your first album, it listed individual people writing different songs, and since then it's just been all by the group. I'm just wondering, do you guys bring finished songs, or do you bring parts or ideas, and you guys kind of work them out, or is it a combination of all of that?
I don't think there's a set formula. Sometimes finished songs arrive, but they're never finished until everyone puts a stamp on them, and they inevitably change from what you thought was, this is the way the song's going to be. It's never that way in the end. And I think we decided a long time ago, after that first record, that longevity was in our best interest, and the best way to keep a band together as a songwriting collective is to share everything equally, Yo, Marxism. so we share it. We share the credit and the dough and the responsibility.
Live X with a Tragically Hip, and I keep forgetting to tell you what songs they were playing. The one we just heard was The Dire Wolf. The new album is called In Violet Light. It is in stores now. Let's hear more music from the Tragically Hip, and we are live on 89X.
Attack is routine. How do we learn to hurt? In this context, a concave nest, a bird asked of a bird. Do you mean there's no variation watching a dog charge the flock? Exploding in the congregation. Why plan when we stop? I don't know, but
Live X with the Tragically Hip right here on 89X. Kelly, Dave, and Chuck the Freak with you this evening. I'm used to saying morning. So hopefully everybody out there, you're having a good time. Live with the Hip in a secret location. Right now, that was, here I go again. That was The Darkest One, the third track on the album, In Violet Light. And also Leave is the tune we heard before that. Now, Gord, Downey, I was looking on the website, and I noticed something you said about the new album. Here's the quote. I tried to on this album, I tried to honor the inviolate lights of my life. Earlier, you were talking about how you take your creative from your home. Does that quote mean the same thing? In reference to the new album.
Well, yeah, I think if you're going to write something down, or, all you can try and do is honor people that are, as Raymond Carver said, near to your heart. So, I think if you had a chance, you'd try and write a song or poem for every person in your life. That kind of idea. In Violet Lights, yeah, we all got them.
Things that are important to us.
Yeah. Everyone here, yeah. I'd say everyone here.
Yeah.
I'm going to direct this one to Gord Sinclair. Gord, if you could talk to me about, we mentioned earlier about that you recorded the album in the Bahamas, and I'm wondering about the shark incident.
Oh, yeah.
There was some sort of shark incident.
Yeah, the infamous shark incident. By the time Paul and I are about 60, the shark is going to be like of Jaws proportions from this story.
What happened?
Yeah, it already is. We, the reef that protects the island was about 1 kilometer offshore where we were making the record, so we got the nerve up to swim out there a couple times, and it was beautiful coral reef. We skin dive and stuff out there, and we were always concerned about sharks, being the guys that we are, and they had told us in the studio that no, the sharks never cross the reef, it's never happened in 20 years, nothing to worry about. So we went out probably about the third time we were out there, Jacques and Philippe Cousteau, styling on the reef, and there was this lemon shark. It was probably 3 feet long, 4 feet long, but it was a potential killer. And yeah, you never see two guys swim as fast and as hard for 1 kilometer back to shore. But anyway, that was the story. It was pretty cool. That was a beautiful place.
Well, thank God you made it. We have another question from the studio audience. It's Jody, right?
Yep. What determines what songs you choose to go in a set list each night? And when you hear your own songs on the radio or on TV, do you guys stop and listen to them?
To the second part of the question, I call the accountant if I hear it on TV. Are you watching? Channel 24. Gord Sinclair, for years, has been writing up the set list every night, and it's a mystery to me. So he'll have to
answer. We pick the songs every night kind of based on the idea that we know you guys are out there, and out of your loyalty to us, you come to a bunch of shows. So our number one priority is to make sure every show is different, and that we're touching on stuff that you may not have heard for a while, or like stuff like tonight, trying stuff that we don't really know how to play yet, and but it's really out of deference to you guys, and it's fun for us as well. We like doing this kind of stuff because it's the best way to get the songs across, and the live without a net thing makes it really fun, So yeah, it's for you guys.
Okay, one more quick question from the studio audience before we get back to the music. Paul is sitting over here. Paul, what's your question?
I'm just wondering, I'm always curious as to what other music you guys listen to, or, growing up. What were your influences, bands that you listened to?
I like Neil and Bob Dylan and Randy Newman and Bruce Springsteen, Joni, Iggy.
Anyone else?
It's kind of all the usual culprits. If you listen hard enough to the music, you'll hear the licks have been stolen from various places. And it's easily traceable, The fingerprints are there and the gun's still smoking, so...
All right, Live X with the Tragically Hip right here on 89X. Thanks for tuning in out there. Thanks for hanging out in here, Kelly, Dave, and Chuck the Freak. We are playing music. The Tragically Hip are playing music from their new album, In Violet Light. And let's get back into the music. It's 89X.
ulcerating silence. Perspective comes the way it always does for its ransom. So randomly, somebody calls. The phone rings and it brings Niagara Falls at 3 o'clock in the morning. I say you better be dying than you were. So we talked about time. It went big, remarkable events. And now one day took 2 days, but they get spent. How you continue carefully in degrees, trying to do one true beautiful thing. And a beautiful thing, it'd be a beautiful thing to see that beautiful thing just commute, secretly cradling a joint. I might puke, a fumble with the keys, under duress. The point is, this is practice duress at 3 o'clock in the morning. So you better be dying than you were. So we talked about things and where they went, unremarkable events. Now each day's a new day, but they get spent. How you continue trying to do one true beautiful thing. And a beautiful thing, it'd be a beautiful thing to see that beautiful thing continuing. A beautiful thing continuing.
The Tragically Hip Live X on 89X. That is a beautiful thing on the new album from the Tragically Hip, In Violet Light.
You know, coming up, we're going to take a little break right now. We're going to give these guys a little break. They've been performing for you. We've heard 9 songs so far. 2 more to come off their brand new CD, In Violet Light. Plus, we'll take a few more questions from the studio audience. We'll be right back. The Tragically Hip Live X on 89X.
Live X with a Tragically Hip right here on 89X. How do you like it so far? That's what I thought. The Tragically Hip's new album is called In Violet Light. Sorry, you guys.
We hate to cut you off, but we want to hear 2 more songs.
The Tragically Hip's new album is in stores now. It's called In Violet Light. Let's now hear the last track on the album. It's called The Dark Canuck. Tragically Hip on 89X.
This one is for you, and it goes on and on and on when nothing seems to do. For when the doubtless and the wrong ask, can I help you? In that way that says I can't, or claim we're all the same, just inconsistent. When all understanding turns out to be pretense, then pretend the pretense of understanding. How long does this take? Depends. You can cast your doubts, turn them inside out, hang them upside down, till their art falls out. The short answer's 48 hours, till the art falls out. Short answer's 48 hours, let your heart all out. Short answer's 48 hours, till their art falls out. Summon up all your power. You need a good connection for drugs, or a strong tolerance for alcohol. Too little religious education, some pain threshold. If from the outside there's no demand for what you do, but inside there's an army waiting for their marching orders from you. Come sit on my swing seat, come sit on my board. After 10 at night you can smoke your cigarettes if you like, of course. If you cast your doubts, turn them inside out, hang them upside down, till the heart falls out. Short answer's 48 hours, let your heart all out. Short answer's 48 hours, till the heart falls out. Short answer's 48 hours, let your heart all out. Summon up all your power. It goes on and on and on. If we ever get home, let's don't compare. Let's relinquish all our holidays and drive-in premieres. If we ever get home, I'm gonna have me 3 children, Apple, Zippo, and Metronome. That's what I'm gonna name them, and get celebrity skin. Woo! The illusion of tub. I'm gonna talk about nothing, no, till nothing's enough. If we ever get home and the subject comes up, war isn't for children, war is nothing's enough. In the clouds of blood at the end of Jaws, in the misted cars honking their applause, at the drive-in of a picture, it's Jaws in the Dark Canuck. Shouldn't stay for the Dark Canuck. Who's for the Dark Canuck? Yeah, everyone hands up. Who's for the Dark Canuck? Think we relinquished enough, and it's still dark enough. And it goes on and on and on.
Live X with the Tragically Hip right here on 89X. We are live from a secret location with an awesome studio audience. So thanks for listening out there as well. You're with Kelly, Dave, and Chuck the Freak. Now, Gord Downey, I guess this is directed at you. You guys have been together for a while. Something you're doing is keeping you 5 original members together. Can you tell me what makes it work?
No one else will have us, Kelly. You know? Somehow we figured out how to make it work, and we're very curious about how it's all going to turn out. So I think that keeps us kind of moving forward. Yeah, but it's, got to work at it.
You guys are a class act. Thanks again for doing it.
So are you.
Okay, Bobby, I'm going to ask a question to you. I'm going to ask you about the Walk of Fame. You recently inducted, got a star on Canada's Walk of Fame. Congratulations. How does that feel? That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, the whole thing's a little awkward. It's like being given some kind of award for something that you love doing. It's very strange. So it just felt awkward for us. We're still music fans. There are people that we worship and idolize, and so to be mentioned in the company of some of those people is it's just very strange for us, and you can't help but feel awkward and embarrassed about it. It's a great honor. What can you say?
All right, and we have.
I said too much.
One more question from the studio audience before we let you guys get back to the music. Jamie from Windsor, what's your question for the Tragically Hip?
Well, earlier we were talking about how you guys make sacrifices as a band, being away from your families, like during most of the year. And I was wondering what gives you guys the drive to make more albums and tour year after year.
Well, I guess it's at this point turning into a career. Job, sort of, full-time job. Sort of, so I think like 13 more years and we reach our...
the watch.
Yeah.
You get the watch.
Our party. Someone will have a party for us, I'm sure. But, we just... none of us, I don't think, really felt like it was going to go this well and that we were going to get what we want out of it, individually, and just enjoy doing it, and then, afford ourselves the sort of time to manage our personal lives, So it's just all been really good so far, and so it doesn't really take a lot of drive, We do have a lot of drive to write songs and stay ahead of the game, I think that just started when we started writing songs, and we started maybe realizing that, on a local level in Kingston, people liked us, and it seemed to be going well. We seemed to be sounding good. So, it was a bit of a non-decision, really. It just kind of happened.
Cool. One more quick question. I'll have a lot of hip fans via email really mad at me if I don't ask this. There's a rumor circulating on the net that this is going to be the farewell tour for the Tragically Hip. Is it true or false? That was the last tour. Any truth to this at all? Just please the people that have been emailing us.
Like our first tour was our farewell tour, really. They're all kind of farewell tours. You play like it's the last time you're ever going to play. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, we hope you're back. That's all
thanks.
we can say.
Yeah.
August 31st at the DTE Energy Music Theater is where you'll be next, so I'm sure you'll see all these people there as well.
Yeah.
Tragically Hip live on 89X.
Said we were gonna run and get on the clothes. Said I don't even like you, but I'm with you, I said. Perhaps you think the road is a means to an end. It's a living image of the end. Tonight's the night, right? And don't clear the place. Just sweep up a little on your way on. You might make it. Yeah, tonight's the night, right? You don't clear the place. Just sweep up a little on your way on. You might make it. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Tonight. Tonight's the night.
Thank you, folks, very much. Thank you.
You're listening to the live acts with a Tragically Hip, only right here on 89X. This is the only station that would bring you something like this. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and thanks to the Tragically Hip. Gord Downey on lead vocals, Rob Baker on lead guitar, rhythm guitar is Paul Langlois, Gord Sinclair on bass, and Johnny Fay on drums. Tragically Hip, thank you so much.
We also want to thank everyone who joined us here for this very special night from this mystery location. It's been an incredible evening with the Tragically Hip. It's not over yet for you guys, but everything is great. Pick up the new CD. It's in stores now. In Violet Light is the name. And thank you once again to the Tragically Hip. This has been a Live X on 89X.
Thanks for listening to the Hip Live X, presented by Sprint PCS. Our phones rock. The Tragically Hip, In Violet Light, the new CD available now on Rounder Records, and the only new rock alternative, 89X.